Following our free educational materials, you learn English in a great way with ease and efficiency.
Did you say that Ted was at your mercy?
Sort of, yes.
But he is not someone who can be led by the nose.
But I am not that someone. I can easily talk him into doing whatever I want him to do.
Have some more tea, George.
No, thanks. I've really got to go now.
Have a nice day.
You, too. Did you hear about Jo? She hasn't eaten for days.
Why? What's eating her?
Love's sick. You know who she's in love with?
I don't have the slightest idea.
Someone you're living with.
What? Not my dad, I hope. Question mark.
Come on, Mary, it's your brother, Jack.
No kidding. Jack is such a log. He's never dated a girl.
The problem with Jo is that she's too shy to tell him.
And the problem with Jack is that he seems to have no interest in girls. He's putting his heart into his stamp collection.
Well, if you want to help your friend, you should do something about it. That looks like an interesting book.
It is. It's got pictures of interesting building from all over the world, with brief descriptions of how they were built, their purpose, and so on.
There are the Pyramids. It's easy to see how they got that name. They don't have smooth sides though.
They don't now, but most of them did originally. There's picture of the Pentagon in the United States. It's very distinctive with its 5 sides.
Look at that cylindrical office building. I've never been seen one that shape before.
Yes, usually only towers are cylindrical in shape.
TV towers are usually thicker at the bottom than at the top. They're not perfectly cylindrical.
This is the world's largest sports stadium. It's a massive oval.
What sports do they play there?
It says here that it's mainly used for big football matches and athletics meetings.
Is that building a perfect cube?
According to the book, it is. I've never seen a building that is a perfect cube. Look at the building. From the air, it looks like a square with a semi-circle attached to each of its 4 sides. What kind of building is it?
It says here that it's a war memorial. Now, there's a distinctive structure, the Stomium in Brussels. See? It consists of several connected by cylinders. I believe you can go up and down inside it. What? How could you forget to reserve the concert tickets?
I'm sorry. I forget all about it.
How could you? I reminded you just this morning.
It slipped my mind. I really feel terrible about it.
I have been looking forward to this performance all month.
I'm really sorry I let you down. I'll make it up to you somehow.
Excuse me, may I take a picture of you and your little boy?
What's it for?
It's for a book.
Oh, that's a nice idea. Well, it's fine if you take our picture.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.
So Beth, what kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a lot of hip-hop. What about you?
I mostly listen to pop music, but I like a lot of different stuff.
Yes, me too. I mostly listen to hip-hop, but there are many genres of music I like.
Beautiful weather, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Are you here on business?
No, I'm on a vacation to see the famous Three Gorges.
I'm going there for a tour, too. Is this your first trip to China?
Yes, it is.
Why don't we go together? I can show you around. I think you'll have a better time.
I couldn't agree more.
Great, let's go.
How is Rose now?
It's still touch and go. We don't see how she can make it.
I'm sorry to hear about that. Are you saying you saw an eagle? There are no eagles here.
Yes, I saw one. Believe me.
You must have seen some other kind of bird. Oh, you're engaged. What a beautiful engagement ring. Who to?
Of course, Mike. Who else? We fell in love at first sight.
When's the wedding going to be?
We haven't decided yet. There are a lot of things to sort out, you know.
Are you having a big wedding?
Yes. I've always dreamed of having a big wedding.
But what do you say about that?
I don't really enjoy big occasions, but I think I'll come round to the idea in the end. It only happens once in a lifetime.
Perhaps I'll agree with Mike. I couldn't stand a big wedding with many relatives and friends of my parents or my wife whom I'd never met before.
Excuse me. Where is Q Duck? I remember it was around the second intersection of this street.
Q Duck? Do you mean the famous roast duck store?
Yes, definitely.
They have moved to some other places long time ago.
Wow. This place is quite different from 10 years ago when I first came to China.
Yeah, a lot of changes have happened here.
This street used to have few stores. But now, you can see supermarkets, shopping malls and department stores everywhere.
Yeah, they are my wife's heaven, but not mine. I always get lost in the supermarket.
Me too. I was lost 3 times 10 years ago. There were no English directions then.
Is that better now?
Yeah. There are many English signs, and wrong spellings as many as them.
What are you doing?
I'm surfing the net.
You seem to like her very much, don't you?
I can't deny that. She is so beautiful that I fell in love with her at the first sight. I wish I knew more about her.
But I heard that she had a 3-year-old girl.
I cannot believe that. It must be cooked up by someone.
Hi, Bob. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm fine too, thank you.
I've come to tell you I'm going to the concert this evening. Will you come with me? I've 2 complimentary tickets.
With the greatest pleasure. Where is the concert this evening?
It will be held at the music hall.
What's on the program?
It's a piano recital. I'm fond of piano, you know. So it is hard to be a black student on campus?
Yes, in many ways it is. There are many stereotypes I have to deal with in my daily life.
Stereotypes? Like what?
Well, like since I'm black, I must like rap music, come from the inner city, or play basketball well.
I do know you like rap music, but the other two are definitely false. I've seen you play basketball.
Hey, but that's not the only problem. There's also the affirmative action stigma.
You mean that people look down upon you because they think you're in school because of a quota? That's not true at all. You're really a smart guy.
I know that, but some people don't think like that. And I get problems from teachers as well.
Teachers? I didn't think that they would be racist at all.
Racist? Not exactly. It's how they look at me and ask for my opinion on a topic. As if I can speak for all black people and give them the black opinion on a subject. Suddenly I become the representative of the black race, as if we all had the same opinion.
I see. It looks like there are still a lot of issues we need to work on in the US.
Do you have any plans for tomorrow night?
Not really. I wasn't thinking of maybe going to a movie. Do you want to go with me?
Sure. What movies were you thinking about going to?
Have you heard of Hot Fuzz?
Yes. Isn't the director of that movie the same guy who directed Shaun of the Dead?
That's the one. It's an action comedy. What do you think?
To be honest, I didn't really like Shaun of the Dead. Besides, I like movies with a happy ending best.
What do you have in mind?
I was thinking of Seeing You, Me and Dupree. It's a typical Hollywood blockbuster.
Isn't that the chick flick with Kate Hudson and Owen Wilson?
Yeah. I suppose you wouldn't want to see that, huh?
Not really. Do you like biographical, drama films?
It depends on who the film is about. Which movie did you have in mind?
Anne Hathaway is in a new movie called Becoming Jane, which is based on a true story about Jane Austen.
That sounds fantastic. What time is it playing?
It's on at 8 p.m. at the Phoenix Theaters. I have a membership there, so I can book the tickets ahead of time.
Great. Shall I meet you there around 7:45 tomorrow night?
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
Have you heard about Anneliese and David?
No. Have they have another fight?
No, they got engaged.
You must be joking. Those two?
Well, my dear, I didn't believe either, but got it straight from the horse's mouth. David called me this morning.
So when did all this happen?
Last weekend, while they were on the sick trip.
Well, I believe it now. And when are they getting married?
Next June.
I can hardly believe it.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.